Number 10. A giant fake rat. A giant fake rat was dredged from the drain of Mexico City's Magdalena Contreras borough in September 2020. It was part of a subterranean garbage heap that weighed 44,092 pounds, or half the weight of a sperm whale, lying right beneath the city's suburb. Unfortunately, the enormous rodent and the rest of the catastrophic collection of trash caused a flash flood that led to the death of a 54-year-old woman. When officials scoured the sewers to determine where the blockage was, they couldn't believe their eyes. Some say that the gargantuan rat was a Halloween decoration that had washed down the tubes, but how or why it got there is anybody's guess. Despite its grisly complicity in Mexico City's flash flood, the giant fake rat has become something of a local celebrity, making headlines around the world for its sheer foolishness. After unearthing this bizarre sewer find, there's no doubt that locals are wondering what else might be lurking right below their feet. Number 9. Dinosaur fossils. When the city of Edmonton in Alberta, Canada was putting in its new sewer system, they didn't expect to find 70-million-year-old dinosaur fossils and teeth in the sewers right beneath their feet. But that's exactly what happened. Although Edmonton is a fantastic place to find all sorts of Mesozoic-era dinosaur bones, nobody could have speculated that some of the most impressive finds were lingering with debris right in their sewer system. The bones were found during a happy accident when workers investigated a mystery clog and wound up with a bunch of EDMONTOSAURUS and ALBERTOSAURUS bones. The ALBERTOSAURUS is a less famous version of the T-Rex. What makes this find even more unique is that both of these ancient dinos hailed from the late Cretaceous period. Although scientists have uncovered many Mesozoic-era bones, there are precious few from the late Cretaceous in this area. So these sewer bones can offer a vital clue as to what Alberta looked like during the reign of the dinosaurs. Number 8. Alligators. The southern United States has alligators lurking in the sewers, and they pose a big danger to people and pets. Contrary to popular urban legend, these fearsome reptiles don't lurk in New York City, but they are partial to the semi-tropical heat of places like Texas and Florida, where open sewers provide them with excellent places to lay down roots and stay a while. There are countless examples of these green ghouls popping up where you least expect it. In April Point, North Texas, children stumbled upon a massive reptile hibernating in the sewers right near their condominium. Similarly, Venice, Florida's sewage system was home to a 6-foot behemoth that needed to be removed by a professional trapper. Louisiana had the biggest whopper though, a 10-foot beast the length of a small billboard living in its suburban storm drains. Number 7. A historic cannonball. When Sean Fulkerson was cleaning out a sewer line in May of 2013, he never imagined that he'd stumble across an astounding piece of Civil War history. Perry County, Indiana might not have been a huge hotspot for Civil War conflicts, but at least one cannonball was fired there. It made its way into the sewers only to be unearthed 150 years after the war ended. Although it's impossible to tell for sure, historians think that the cannonball was fired by a Union gunboat during a scuffle with the Confederacy over the Hawesville cotton mill. While the skirmish never wound up in most history books, it's now common knowledge in Perry County, Indiana, where the cannonball is proudly displayed. Number 6. Gold and luxury watches. The new gold rush just might be in the sewers, based upon how much of the rich stuff ends up going down the drain. In 2009, Japanese maintenance workers stumbled across a dazzling find at Nagana's Suwa treatment facility, where they uncovered 5 million yen, or $48,223 of gold in the sewer sludge. Japan isn't the only place where the sewers may flow with gold. In Switzerland, the booming jewelry industry leads to plenty of silver and gold flakes getting flushed away. While it's not advisable to go mining for gold in the sewers, there can be fabulous surprises in the pipes. British drain technician Aaron Large found 4 luxury watches near Essex, including one Rolex worth £21,000 or $28,538. That's a hell of a payday. What's more, another Rolex and 2 more watches were found a few days later in the same spot. While there's some speculation as to the authenticity of all the pieces, at least one Rolex was real, but it might have been nabbed and discarded by a thief. Eventually, the authentic Rolex found its way back to its rightful owner. Number 5. False teeth. These sewers are simply stuffed with sets of false teeth that find their way down drains all over the world. A pair of slippery mitts and a too wide drain can easily lead to a dental disaster that's just as costly as it is inconvenient. Partial dentures start at $300 a pop, and a full custom set will cost you $8,000. In addition to the human headaches that lost false teeth cause, these items can cause massive problems once they're washed down drains. They can clog up pipes or even find themselves trapped in huge gelatinous piles of sewer waste and everyday items, far below the surface. The problem is so bad that there have been excavation campaigns to recover the lost teeth and try to return them to their rightful owners. It's unclear how many folks actually cashed in, though, for obvious reasons. Number 4. Bones. Bones are grisly but common items in sewers all over the world. While some can be used to solve cold cases, others are too banged up or deteriorated to be identifiable. Who knows how long some of these skeletal remains have been hanging out in the drains? Many bones are from animals, but some are human, which raises plenty of questions. None of them are pleasant. In 2009, a full jawbone was found in Edmonton, Canada. It was the remnant of an unidentified herbivore. But sewer crews in Panama City, Florida weren't so lucky. They found a whole cache of human bones clogging a sewer in March 2020. After a medical examiner determined that the bones were, in fact, human, the entire area was locked down as a crime scene. Although the bones might have found their way into the sewer system from a nearby cemetery, foul play wasn't ruled out, and it's a mystery to this day. Number 3. Toys galore. With all the toys found in sewers over the years, it's possible to imagine that Santa has a stinky satellite workshop right below our feet. Toys go missing all the time, and our sewers are a veritable metropolis of forgotten action figures, Teletubbies, and figurines. In the United Kingdom, Farrington Sewer Works stumbled upon a vast cache of these toys in June of 2020. So many that they wondered if the playthings were being flushed on purpose. The United Kingdom isn't the only place where there seems to be a hefty toy trove beneath the streets. In 2018, Cincinnati, Ohio had its own puzzling discovery where loads of toys, eyeglasses, and cell phones wound up in the sewer system. Number 2. Blood. In 2017, blood gushed from the ground outside of a Baton Rouge funeral home in a ghoulish accident that sounds like it's straight out of True Blood, but isn't. Although there's plenty of human blood in the sewer, much of it is from pretty mundane causes like nicks or scratches. This glut of gore was something different. It soaked the street behind the local funeral home. The gory substance turned out to be blood mixed with formaldehyde, a common item used by funeral homes to embalm bodies. A storage tank containing formaldehyde started leaking, gushing a mixture of blood and chemicals into the streets. Fortunately, the city determined that the leak was confined to the funeral home, and nobody had to worry about the bloody mix getting into their water supply. Number 1. Fatberg. Fatberg is exactly as disgusting as it sounds. An enormous, gelatinous mass of toilet leavings, wet wipes, bath oils, fake teeth, sanitary pads, bones, condoms, twigs, and toys. In 2019, one of these sewer abominations was unearthed in SIDMOUth, Devon, England. It was 210 feet long, or longer than 2 basketball courts laid end to end, and stuffed with more garbage than you can imagine. What made it even more horrific is the fact that SIDMOUth is an idyllic seaside village with only 13,000 permanent residents. How could such a gargantuan fatberg have formed there? Most of the time, fatbergs show up under big cities like London and New York. In a gross way, they can really define what kind of people live in the metropolises that they fester under. Since fatbergs can cause enormous problems in the sewer system and are just plain disgusting, officials advise that you take steps to counteract your fatberg contributions. One of the biggest culprits are wet wipes, which many people flush. Instead, it's better for your sewer health to toss the wipe in the garbage can. Dentures, condoms, oil-based cosmetics, and microbeads all contribute to the ghastly monsters as well. Thanks for watching. Would you rather wrestle with an alligator or take a good long whiff of SIDMOUTH's Fatberg? Let us know in the comment section below.